welcome to the August recap. I'm going to break down a few important statistics that I learned after studying what happened in August and how we can improve in September. And also one interesting statistic that I kind of came across on a new chart we have on Trade Journal that got me thinking about a massive change or a big thing that I actually want to do maybe next summer based on 2 years of statistics with the gap and go trading strategy. In a second, we'll go back to the trading station and I will dive into all those charts. But for now, I don't know if you guys can hear all the screaming in the background and the conversations, but take a wild guess where I am right now. And let me flip the screen here and maybe it'll make it a little bit easier. I'll give you a hint. In the distance there, I'm not sure if I can zoom in a little bit more. I think right around there is Switzerland. So let me show you guys on a map what that looks like. All right, so this is the Airbnb we're currently staying at. Some things are a little old school, but overall really hits the spot. It's nice and cozy. And guess what this is? I got my own trading room. So this is, for me, really important. All right, guys, let's show you where I'm currently hiding out at. Ooh, and right before we get started, I gotta say, this is my second take. I just did the whole video and then I realized there was no audio. Oh well, it is what it is. Let's get back into it. So what you're seeing here is where I'm at, Lake Como. And I gotta say, this place is pretty beautiful. It's pretty much just like a bunch of mansions around a lake. And I think George Clooney was here like last month checking on his mansion after there was a lot of rain in this area. And if you check, so right now I'm in Brunate. I always say it wrong, so I apologize if you guys are Italian and I'm butchering it. But that view was right along here. We're facing almost perfectly like this down the mountain. And that view right here was Switzerland, that little hill. And pretty close to us is Lugano in southern Switzerland. So let me zoom out here. So we're about an hour north of Milan by train. And oh man, this took us about 3 hours though, because for the first time pretty much in the history of Como, there was bomb threats at the train station. So we were stuck in the train forever. So that my travel day was a bit of a nightmare in that. I mean, it could have been worse. So I'm happy, but whew, that was heavy. Being stuck in a train. Anyway, Brunate, that's where we're going to be hanging out for the next few weeks. And I just, show some pictures here. It's pretty nice. It just feels like a James Bond movie, honestly. And the villas on the water are pretty insane. Anywho, let's keep going here and get started with the August recap. I'm going to be talking about it in 5 kind of general terms, 5 general ways. And that is basically in the bottom of this video. You're going to see the timestamps. You can always click on them to kind of, weasel around this video if you kind of want to come back and watch something. But the first thing is we're going to be talking about the month, just in general. We're going to go through some stats with you guys, a little bit of swing trading very quickly, and then day trading. That's the focus, how much profit we went on. The summer months in general, I want to talk about, so that's kind of point number 2. We have profitable patterns that I want to review, front side, back side, and then some indicators of hotter markets. And then point number 4, running P&L thoughts. There's a few considerations that I've had over and over again after reviewing my P&L chart intraday, how I perform. And I want to show you guys the chart. I don't think I've showed you guys that yet. And there's some pointers that I've talked about in the past, but now you're going to see the kind of statistics behind it all. So I think it's going to be really good. And then overall September forecast, I want to talk a little bit more about what we have coming up. Obviously, as a day trader, we're not trying to predict anything. I know how kind of counterintuitive that sounds. It's almost the same when I say I don't trade crypto because it's too slow. People look at me like I'm an alien, but as a day trader, we're not trying to forecast. We're trying to, get good risk reward setups, yada yada. We're not really trying to make predictions. We're trying to remove our biases. But at the same time, summer is slowing down and the market is heating up based on what I'm seeing. So I want to talk about how I'm kind of preparing for that a little bit and what I might change as well. Not big changes, but something that will hopefully allow me to capitalize more as the market heats up. So again, I'm not trying to necessarily forecast. I'm just trying to put myself in the right position. So let's get started here. First of all, I got to figure out how I'm going to zoom in on all this. Okay, zoomed in. I want to scroll down here and talk about my swing trading. And actually, I don't even think I click load. This shouldn't show too many trades because I don't do too much swing trading. But yeah, in August here, you can see it now. We had 4 swing trades we closed out. It wasn't really anything too crazy. It did help me make a little bit more money. But just showing you guys the stats on my swing trading, I walked away with $2.6 thousand, not like a massive amount. And last month, I think I lost roughly the same amount. So my swing trading's been very, very slow lately. It hasn't really done much. Not to mention, I've been using very small position size on my swing trading, average position value of $4,000. So pretty small trades. And we've just kind of been closing out some tickers that finally popped up, and I had a limit order waiting to sell. For example, Swift or Shift Technologies here. This ticker we've been accumulating for quite some time. It was ranging in this pattern. I was always buying around $8. And then eventually we had a huge spike here back to above the range, and I had a limit order waiting, and I snagged that one. SoFi, we're still long this position, been accumulating. Clove was another ticker that we did a quick trade on, accumulating every time it went below $9. I've been talking about that for a long time. It popped up here back above the range, and we sold at 9.5 roughly, walked away with nice profits on that one. And then another one was actually a really good P&L, but I didn't get size on this one, which was really unfortunate. I wanted to go long like $10,000 on this one, but I only got a partial fill. I was a little bit of a snoozer here. I started accumulating around 15 and was waiting for a little bit bigger of a sell-off to accumulate my full size because I didn't know, because this was still in a downtrend, right? I didn't know if it was going to reverse or not yet. And it ends up reversing, and I start trying to accumulate in this area, but then I stopped wanting to chase. This was a bit of a mistake. I should have bought here as we pulled back into this support zone, because there was more upside potential. Eventually we got to this $19 zone. I just sold because that was kind of my price target, and I was out of that one. But overall, swing trading, not my main focus, and I just kind of wanted to brief you guys on kind of the bigger changes. Obviously, you guys can always look at my swing trading portfolio. Just go to my profile /Winkler, and then you can see my swing trades, and this is not a private portfolio, so you guys can check out everything on your own time in this portfolio, and you can view all the trades and stats. Actually, if we just go to stats and you scroll down here, you can see all my open trades and whatnot. So yeah, a lot of good stuff you guys can check out on your own time there. So I don't want to spend too much time on the swing trades. Anyway, let's keep going here to the day trading. This is the good stuff. This is what I really want to be focusing on. So let's get focused here. We have day trading selected. Let's scroll down to August and to show you guys how it's looking. August was not the best month for me. This whole entire 2 first weeks, I was break even. It was a sloppy month for me. It wasn't until week number 3 till I really racked in some nice profits, and we kind of continued that streak a little bit here in the second week, but most importantly, we ended strong, which was really nice. That was really important to me. It's always nice ending strong. Anyway, that wrapped up profits here around $7.8 thousand, which I was pretty happy about because how slow the month started. I think that was a big hiccup. Total winners here 64%. That's pretty good. Kind of very average. That's like my most average statistics. My better months are like 70%, and anything under 60% is not so good. So it's pretty much in the middle. Average win here, average loss. This is really nice. My average win, average loss is actually positive. It's very rare that it's positive. I've been really working in August on letting my winners run, which was really good, and it's helped me, and just cutting my losses like usual. I cut my losses very quickly, so I didn't really have to change anything there. So that's definitely helped tremendously. Now, a big problem though is I was still not fully in my frontside groove where I would let my frontside winners run. My largest trade was a good example though of what happens when you do let your frontside winner run, because my biggest winner was this is a bit embarrassing, but it was a little bit of an accident, believe it or not. We have a whole entire video on this you can check out, but basically what happened was I did a little bit of an afternoon trade. I closed out half of my size. I kept letting the other half run a little bit more, and then whack, I actually totally forgot about it. This is why I don't like trading after like 10, 11, because I've been looking at the screen for too long and I start making my mistakes. Now, the nice part about this, not the nice part, to just make sure you guys realize these stats aren't just luck. This is the first time I've ever had an accident that I made money on. Usually Market opens, I place a trade, TOS crashes, boom, 10 minutes later, I get back online, I'm down below, around 5 or 10% or even worse. I close the trade out, I call TOS, try to get my money back. It's a disaster. That's what it usually looks like. This is the first time I ever walked away with profits. This is also not just pure accident profits. I made about $1,000 to $1,500 of actual profits before I forgot about it. And I got really lucky here because this ticker could have sold off, but it gapped up the next day and I just closed it out right away. Actually, if I kept on holding, it would have been a massive, massive winner. It would have been like a $10,000 winner. So I could have just held it in literally an hour or two, and it would have been huge. But yeah, that just goes to show how crazy front sides are. And a big topic I want to focus on today is front-side trading hot markets, and what I really want to be focusing on more and more. And the big thing I was talking about in the intro of this video, what I want to do maybe next summer, because I got some stats that's going to freaking give you guys a heart attack. That's going to come up here in a second. So yeah, total winners, everything on this page, pretty self-explanatory. Very quickly here, here's my stats for day trading and swing trading. Made $10,000 last month. I think really the nice part about last month, and this was going to happen at some point anyway, is I finally got over the $100,000 of trading profits, which is nice because it's one of those things that ever since I was over the $25,000 challenge, and you have that kind of confidence. It's like, okay, what I'm doing works. We have over 3,000 documented trades, getting close to 4,000 documented trades. This isn't some sort of fluke. This isn't just an accident and a statistical anomaly. This works. And all we have to do is just consistently do this and keep improving and refining ourselves. So at one point, I knew I was going to make $100,000 day trading small cap, gap and go. But boom, last week we finally did it. And I have a whole entire video on this on my channel here, $100,000 achievement unlocked. I made $100,000 day trading. So I was super, super excited about this. And I even made a post here on Twitter that I got 163 likes on. This is crazy. I never got this many likes, mainly because probably Tim Sykes retweeted this one. So this is pretty big stuff. And I had a few questions on this post and on the video that I wanted to talk about here and hopefully answer some questions like, how long have you been doing this for, and so on and so forth. So let's answer some of those and quickly move on. But anyway, this is 3.8 thousand trades deep. Average win here only $100. Average percent gain is actually pretty nice, 2.48. I've been, we're still not trading with big enough size, so that's a bit of a problem. But our size is getting up. And look at this, winning ratio 64.7%. So really close to what it was literally this month. I mean, this month was such like an average. It was insane. Actually, a little bit something disappointing this month I want to talk about as well before I forget is our average size was only $7.7 thousand. It's really not that much money. I've been trying to get my position over 10,000, ideally over 15,000, and getting to $20,000 my average size. So the fact that we walked away with $10,000 last month and our average size was 7.7, that means we had over 100% return this month. So that's pretty amazing. I really can't complain about that. Yeah, that's good, like 130%, 125 maybe percent return. So that's really nice. But I think my average size, honestly, in terms of like dollar amount, is over $10,000 because I have a lot of duds, a lot of trades that are just like, I get a scratch fill and I close it. For example, here, $3,000. And then, here's like more full size trades. Here's a $4,000 trade. There's some trades that I, just get filled with like 100 shares or something, and and then I just close it right away again because it just, didn't perform or I didn't get my fill. So I think there's a little bit of that that it really brings down my average. In the end, it's a bit of a bell curve, so I would probably have to remove my biggest trades and my smallest trades. But you could kind of see here that like my average real trade is almost always over $10,000. But if you really go through this list, we have a lot of trades that I just entered and then I exited again because I didn't get my full fill. Like boom, boom, $2,000, $2,000, $2,000. Like something went wrong on this trade is really what I'm trying to say. So I think my average real trade is probably closer in terms of like bell curve average is probably over $10,000. But yeah, in the next weeks and months, I want to get over 10,000, over 15, over 20, over $30,000. And I think it was January, February, or March. It was one or two of those months. My average size was over like $12,000 or $13,000, but over the summer we slowed down drastically because it was just not that hot. So I started, making mistakes when I would get big size, and we were just seeing fake outs. So I was trading with smaller size over the summer. And again, that's a big topic I want to talk about in a little bit. So I'm getting really excited here. There's just so much to talk about. Let's keep moving forward. And that's this area over here. So let me give you guys a little bit more of a time frame of what happened here. So yeah, about because I say about 1.5 years back, I got serious. And I know this chart is a little bit confusing because actually it's about a year and a half, but there was something here in 2019 that was kind of specific to why this is even on Profitly to begin with. So in 2019, September, I went to Profitly's or Tim Sykes' Investor and Trader Summit in Orlando. And I was already day trading at the time, kind of in the space, especially a few years back. I was day trading and making good money, but I also have another company, Enslow Inc., which is like software development for what we do for clients. So that was always kind of my main focus. And then I put my day trading really on hold for a while because I was so focused on that company. Anyway, fast forward, a few years from like 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, I finally had a bit more time again. We solved some big problems, kind of consolidated our work a little bit. Let's just say I had a more free time again. And I was like, I want to get back into day trading full time. I love day trading. It was always a big passion of mine. So that's why I went to the summit, and I was like, okay, it was kind of fun, and to stay in the community a little bit more, I made sure to upload all my trades to Profitly, just to kind of stay with the trend a little bit, stay with the group, because I met a lot of people at that summit. For a while, I kind of was just like in and out. I was red, and then I was like, okay, let's get serious, and that's when I did the small account challenge. That was somewhere in this area. That was like late November. After Thanksgiving, pretty much getting into December, I was like, let's go do the small account challenge. And to stay committed and have accountability, I'm going to start streaming every single market open. That's what we did for about a year and a half. If you guys remember on this channel, we were streaming every single market open, all our trading. And that's really when I started growing here and things started making money. And then around July, we finished the small account challenge. We got to $25,000. I was really close for a few months, and then I just funded the last few $1,000s because I was like, this is taking too much time. And then I had my unlimited portfolio, and that's when things became a lot easier, because the pattern day trader rule was just the biggest nonsense ever, and I was tripping over myself so much. That allowed me to really, boom, scale. And when I first switched, I didn't touch anything. I didn't do anything different. Actually, I think for the first 2 weeks, I didn't trade anything different. I still treated like I only had 3 trades a day. And the reason I had 3 trades a day is because I had a margin account, and I basically divided my account up into 6 trades, into 6 position sizes. So I would trade 3 trades on Monday, and then the other 3 trades on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday I would get the first 3 trades back, because you could either do pattern day trader or margin account where you only have 3 trades per 5 business days, or you could do a cash account with a 48-hour settling period. I decided to do the cash account. So I was always kind of rotating my account. And then when I got out of that, I was like, okay, let's, it was kind of like going from a Flintstone, self-propelled car with your feet to like an electric race car. It was like you touch the gas pedal and you're flying. So I was like, okay, let me first get comfortable with my account, and then we'll, start, trading more, because I don't want to start over trading and, make a big mistake. And to dive into this chart more with you guys, here's what I want to do. On Trade Journal, we have a similar chart, a very new chart where you can also overlay your trading volume. So if you want to see how much you're actually trading these months. And this is where you can see that small account challenge. This is when I was stuck with those smaller trades, 3 trades per day. It was just consistent 3 trades per day. Sometimes I would do less, but that's pretty much the thing. And then eventually I was able to do more trades, but you can see here, I didn't really do more trades. I stayed with my 3 to 4 to 5 trades, and eventually, until I got comfortable, then I started doing more trades. But you can what's interesting about this overlay is you can see here, I never really did that much more than 10 trades. Sometimes I did 18 trades. My max I ever did, I think, was like 35 trades in one day. But yeah, I didn't really trade much more than that. And most of my best days are around 10 trades a day. I don't really need to trade more than that. I think once I realized that, you can see these kind of, big trading days, they kind of died down a little bit. I was kind of always around this, 15 trades a day. Like at first it was, kind of a parabolic chart where it's like, oh my God, how much, I'm going to trade in one day. I'm going to trade 100 trades in a day. But then at one point I realized, below 30 is really my sweet spot, because usually we'll get aggressive on certain moves, and then it's better that I walk away. And we'll talk even more about that in a little bit once we start talking about our patterns a little bit more here. So I did want to share that. And yeah, this is the big thing. Now I'm missing some data here, unfortunately. Like I said, we started in November 2019. Trade Journal wasn't available back then, and I could import those trades. I just haven't done so. So I'm missing let's see, January, February, March. Yeah, 5 months of data here. So this should also be over $100,000, but it's not because I'm missing data. I also didn't include the swing trades on this one, which should put it over 100. But for now, I really want to be focusing on the day trades. And it's pretty much a similar chart. There is one more thing here that I want to talk about with you guys before we move on to the next section. And that's, check this out. Between April, it's always like around April and the end of April, like around June, or not the end of April, but like end of summer, which is around July. My trading really, really stagnates. I still have not had one red month, knock on wood, but summer months, I don't make that much money. I think between April and June, I made or April and May combined, I made like $200. It was a nightmare. It was so slow. And then again, look at this. Coming up here to April 7th, that was like my peak, or April 8th. And then after that, we gave back profits and started churning our wheels literally till about here, mid-August. So again, that was summer months. So that's like between, let's see, what is this? This is April, that's 4 months of pretty much just like bad market action. If you guys know this, everyone that's been on the Discord and on YouTube, you guys know August, between April, August, the summer months, it gets very, very slow. You have a few spotty good days, but overall you're churning your wheels, and it's a little bit slow action. So that's a big thing I want to be talking about in the remainder of this video, because what I think I might do going forward, and bear with me here, is I might take a whole entire month or two off next summer. Obviously it depends what I'm doing, and I won't take probably totally off, but just for trading I would probably take off. I would maybe focus on some other things, building trade journal, coding, I don't know, self development in some other field, or maybe go on a camping trip for like 2-3 weeks, total digital detox or something like that, because I think that would give me a lot of energy. And then I would come back in either fall, obviously in fall, I would come back for fall, winter, and spring with more energy, and maybe even be able to capitalize more in the hot months. So maybe I would even make more money, because I would only leave a little bit of profits on the table on the slow summer months. And I think that's really something I've been considering a lot. Not to mention, on top of that, summer months, you learn a lot of bad habits. So I always take profits, or I reduce my size summer months, because I trip over myself too much. We get these fake outs. I try to average into these things, and they just don't work. While in the the other months, the non-summer months, it's much better, and that you get rewarded for that. So you kind of learn bad habits in the summer, and I think that might also be good just to kind of skip that phase a little bit. I mean, at the same time, you want to sharpen your tool always, but you don't want to sharpen the tool in a way that doesn't work for actually when you need the tool. So I feel like summer sometimes psychologically messes me up a little bit. So if I could just trim out these summer months, it's something that I would probably really consider doing. I just wanted to share these stats with you. I think it's something that I'm really actively considering, and if I find the right opportunity to maybe take some time off, digital detox, I probably would do that. I think it would be really good for my health and just my personal development. Take some time off and hit the ground running hotter in September going forward, or something like that. Plus, it's been a really long time since like being a kid, where you go to school and then you have like all summer to just really relax and like reset your whole internal clock. I think that could be kind of a fun thing to do. Who knows? I don't know. It's something that, being a day trader and, that being my main, source of income, it's a total possibility. That's something that's kind of a fun thing to explore. Yeah, so I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on that in the comments below. Let's continue here to profitable patterns. So last month, these are some crazy stats. So, hold on here for a second. This is going to be heavy stuff here. Backside trading. Backside trading is when we break below VWAP, break below the 90 EMA, ticker starts selling off, and we're dip buying and we're selling back into little bounces. I only did 19 of those, which 19 trades of that last year, or not last month, which actually means it's a good thing because I usually don't trade backside if the market's heating up. So this is a good indicator that the market's heating up. But all of those trades netted me negative $112. So if I never did any backside trading, I would have saved time, money, and stress. So that's a really important part. Let's see if I show you guys a few backside trades. This is a tough one, but here's a backside trade where we break below VWAP and the 9 EMA, and I'm trying to buy those dips. Usually backside trading has really negative risk reward. Yeah, perfect here. I'm risking 1.16% to make 7.78% because you're basically trying to get very small base hits, but you're always risking a big flush. So it's a bit risky trading, and I usually don't recommend it. Here's a perfect backside here. Trading those backsides, buying support and selling into little bounces. Obviously, I'm not looking for reversals. I'm just looking for a little bit of base hits. But yeah, it's hard to make money on these because sometimes you get stuck in these big flushes, and you have 5 base hit trades and we make like 2%, and then you just give it all back in one trade. It's not my favorite way to trade. Sometimes it works. Slow markets it works well, but last month it didn't, which is actually a good sign. Okay, so we trade backside, we trade ranging, and we trade front side. So let's talk about ranging next. And this is also a little bit crazy. Here we traded 82 times, all total trades, and boom, again, negative risk reward. All of my ranging trading, I lost money. I'll show you guys what ranging trades look like in a second. And my average risk reward is negative as well, which absolutely sucks. And let me show you guys what you should do to research how I do these patterns a little bit. You'll see a lot of trades or videos, I'll say like front side or ranging or backside. So just study these videos. Type in on my channel front side, search it, and just start watching videos where I talk about the difference between front side, backside, and ranging. I think you're gonna learn a lot about these strategies. That's definitely something I would recommend everyone doing. You can also go to my portfolio and review each one of these trades on your own time. In each one of these trades, I leave comments on and talk about what went right, what didn't go right, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of value here for everybody. So let me just show you guys some of these ranging trades and what I do wrong or right. Here's a ticker that is no longer on the front side. We break below the 90 EMA, and now we're ranging. It looks like we're stuck here below 2.5, and we have a little bit of support here in this 210 zone and more support maybe here around 220. And here it's looking like it's a bull flag. Maybe it's going to have a continuation, but this is a ranging pattern. And I never want to be trading ranging breakouts. So we have a flag pattern here, consolidating, and we're looking for a potential continuation. But this is ranging. This is not a front side. So don't trade ranging breakouts. This is something I say in the Discord all the time. So, this is a ranging pattern, potential breakout, don't trade it, and it fades. Because when you're ranging, you're looking for mean reversion trades. That basically means you're trying to buy or short something that's extended and looking for that move back to VWAP. So why would you be trading here? Because this is already extended off of VWAP. So let's see what else we can find. Here's another ranging trade. This is perfect. So again, look, we're ranging here. We're no longer on a front side. We broke below the 90 EMA, and this is a big warning flag. We break out here. Don't buy this. Why? Because it's a ranging breakout. Look at flushes, doesn't work. This one does work a little bit, but ultimately doesn't work. So I don't know, small scratch here. Another one, breakout. Don't trade this one because we're, mean reversion. We should be going back to the mean, which is VWAP. And guess what? We do. So that's why you don't want to trade ranging breakouts. And I talk about this setup a lot. And I hope that makes a lot of sense because it's something that we see again and again. It's a really, really dangerous setup. It's crazy how much this happens again and again. So I did want to talk about, ranging, why it's really important to know if you're ranging. I think one of my big problems is sometimes I still trade it like it's a front side. And that's where I make most of my losses. Now, what you want to be doing on these kind of moves is if you realize you're ranging, you want to be buying, like, let's say we come back down here to support, you want to be accumulating on support and then selling as we come back to VWAP. and you don't want to be trading breakouts. Look at all these failed breakouts here. Sorry, I should probably zoom in on this one, but look at all these failed breakouts. Boom, boom, boom. All of these just don't work. These are all failed ranging breakouts. So you just want to be really careful. Eventually, we do break back to the front side on this one right here on this break. And that's when you start wanting to get aggressive again. This one didn't really perform that well ultimately. So really the good front side was the first front side, which is usually always the best. But yeah, so let's keep going here to the front side. This is always just for August. This is where I make all my money. My winners here, 66%. My risk reward, positive. I use bigger size here. This is where I have my biggest winning trade. This is really where I make all of my money. So if I traded less last month, and only this strategy, I would have walked away very, very green or greener with less time at the screen and less stress. So that's really, really nice. Let's just show you guys a few frontside moves. Here's a classic example. This one had a big frontside rally here. I got in a little bit late, made a bit of a bull flag here, and I got shaken out because there was a few breaks of 90 EMA. Then it starts breaking higher, confirming the front side, and I start buying again. This one didn't work out that well, but that was a pretty good example. Let's see what else we can find here. No, that was exactly what I just showed you guys. This is a really good front side that I totally snoozed on. This front side, all I should have been doing is accumulating. Basically buying here, buying size, adding size, adding size, adding size, until eventually we break the 9 EMA somewhere in this area. And that's just it. That's like very simple trend following. The front side, just milking the heck out of that move. That's really where I make most of my money. And you can see that oftentimes I just sell too soon. And that's a big problem that I'm working on. But I'm very conscious about the problem. And that's the most important part. Here's a ticker that, has this second move to the front side, but it doesn't hold, so I lose a little bit of money. Usually the first front side's my favorite. And let's actually talk about that first front side, because this is something I find just fascinating. Okay, let's scroll back up here and then talk about running P&L, because we're going to dive some really cool stats out of this one. So this is the running P&L for last month, my day trading. This is not swing trading, just the day trading. This is for August. And in here we can see how I perform intraday trading. And this is something that I've said, and now you guys are going to know where a lot of my theories come from, because I analyze the heck out of this. So there are certain times where I say I just want to trade the front side and then walk away. Actually, one of my posts here, we got a lot of votes coming in on this one. Let's see if I can quickly find it here. What do you do when the market's slow? When to stop trading? Finish trading after trading most of one front side move. We had 58 votes come in. 83% of you guys said that's what you want to do. Only 17% of you guys said keep on trading after milking a front side move. And that front side move, remember we were just talking about a ticker making new highs, pulling back to the 9 EMA, ripping again, pulling back, ripping again, so on and so forth. You milk that move and then you're done. And let me show you guys what it looks like when I do that. Here's an example where I start trading 7 o'clock, nothing really happens. Eventually the market opens and I was able to milk a big front side move, and then I walked away. Boom, perfect. And you can see I was very cautious here, taking small wins, small losses, but just kind of waiting for that big front side rally. Here's another example, waiting, small wins, small losses, and then milking a front side move. Now, here's an example of what happens when I get my front side move, but I don't get, let's say, enough of it, and I feel like I left money on the table, and then I start revenge trading, looking for something, trading chop, trading backside, trading the range. Boom, I make $685 by 7:20 a.m. The rest of the day, all I do is give back money, and I end the day at 10:33 a.m. down $122. So if I just stopped trading 21 minutes into the trading day, because I started 7, would have made my $685 and made profit and walked away. What I do instead is I trade 2 more hours and I lose money. That's horrible, right? So that's really something I try to avoid. So what I focus on is patience, and then I get aggressive on the front side move, and then when the front side move is over, I'm done and I walk away. Here's another example, milking, and then eventually I get my front side move and I walk away. Here's an example where I get my front side move and I keep on trading. So here I could have stopped trading at 7:45, 45 minutes into the day. What I do, I keep trading like another 30 minutes, and I only walk away with an extra $50. Which, okay, $50, great. But the downside of that is I'm risking again and again getting a loser. here's a day where I'm churning water, not really getting anything, which is fine. And then eventually I take a big loss here. This kind of sucks. Probably should have stopped trading on this rebound. I didn't cut my losses quick enough or something like that. Who knows what happened there at 9:30. And then here's an example of why we have big stops on the day. Because if you're just in a bad, I don't know what it is, mentality, sometimes you just wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you just can't catch a break. And this is why we have max stops on the day. So one of my rules is down 10% of my average position size, no more trading, I'm done, I walk away, that's it. Here you can see I just couldn't catch a break. I'm down 10% of my average position size, which in my head was about $10,000. So boom, I hit my max loss, down 10%, I stopped trading. If I kept on trading, I bet you this chart would have just kept on going just like that, because I just wasn't doing anything right this day. But what I want to focus on here is that catching that front side move, right? If you catch that front side move, you milk it, whack, and you walk away. But we've been shown, because backside ranging hasn't been too good, and that's usually good in slower markets, and front side's getting better, that maybe it might be worth sticking around for a second front side move or a third front side move. And here's why. Usually in a slower market, you only get maybe one opportunity to nail that front side move. In a hot market, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tickers that will give you nice front side moves. So maybe if the market gets hotter, it would be worth trading a little bit longer, waiting for maybe that second front side move at least. Now, I'm not going to force it. If I start seeing that that's the trend, that's what I'm going to start doing. And that's where I want to kind of come in here with a little bit of September forecasting. The last thing I want to talk about in this video is, don't force anything. Don't try to, predict what's going to happen. Once you start noticing trends, that's when you want to start adjusting your trading or capitalizing on that. Again, I'm not going to start trading multiple front sides until I start seeing that's the case. And with hotter markets, that's oftentimes the case. So that's one thing I want to do planning going forward. Also, with swing trading, something I've been thinking about here is maybe riding some of these multi-day runners, because with SPRT, we saw it, huge multi-day runners. So we've been seeing that, and that usually is more common with hot markets. So maybe holding overnight with my swing trade portfolio, not my day trading portfolio, on some of these small to mid caps. Something I don't do a lot of time, but something I might start looking into. In terms of swing trading, there's a few things I'm thinking about as well, and not a lot has changed from last month. And actually, if you guys ever want to come to these portfolios, just go to my profile Winkler, and then again just go here to the unlimited account, and then you'll see these posts that I come out with every single day, or at least every single weekday usually. Here, trading stocks, August recap, and September forecast. This is the last thing I want to talk about a little bit here with you guys, is the forecasting for September, and in terms of swing trading. And let me see if I can just, I need to come down to a better spot here so my face isn't in the way. Okay, boom, here it is. So it's swing trading. This is a little bit slowly reducing swing trades. I want to have more focus per swing trade. Instead of having like 10 swing trades, I'd rather have like 2 or 3 that I really am aware about. And there's two types of trades I want. First, basically only buy tickers that are trending. So a ticker that's on a healthy frontside trade, frontside move, I want to join that rally and keep milking it in terms of day trading, just like coin has been rallying and whatnot, and a lot of crypto tickers we'll talk about in a second. Or, so if I'm not buying a trend, I only want to be buying tickers that really have shown to have a bottom. So they bottomed out, they retested several times, or they're making a rounded bottom, and then I start accumulating into that and looking for a reversal. So if I want to swing trade and I want to dumpster dive, I'm not going to be buying a ticker that's still selling off. I want to see a really bottom coming in. But really what I want to be doing is buying a front side trend, joining a ticker that's running. And talking about tickers that are running in stocks and in crypto that's running, right now there's a lot of hype for a September big crypto rally. And it's happening right now as well. Now, who knows how long this is going to go? Maybe it's going to go into October, November, December, we'll see. Maybe it's going to end in September, who knows? But as this rally continues, I might start thinking about selling some of my swing trades in the crypto space, like coin or VIH, which has been finally moving to the upside really, really nicely. I don't want to sell prematurely, so I'm going to keep holding. But if we start cracking some key support zones, and it's not looking, and we're getting really top heavy, I might close out some of my swing trades, but in the crypto space. But just know, for now, I'm looking for crypto rally to continue. I want to be buying trends to the upside, and if I am looking for dumpster diving value plays, I do want to make sure there's a big support level in there. I don't want to be buying a ticker that's in a downtrend. So those are a few things I want to kind of leave with you guys going forward. And again, you guys can check out all this stuff in my portfolio on your own time, review all the trades, and read the notes too, because every trade I post a picture and I talk about what went right and what went wrong with that trade. So I think there's a lot to learn there for everyone. I spend just as much time recapping my trades as I actually do trading, and I think that's just a very valuable thing with anything you do in life. If you're an athlete, or if you're a professional trader, you just want to be reviewing your past trades, your past performance, and constantly making notes and seeing, being able to tweak your performance. And it's hard to do that if you're not reviewing what you do every single day. All right, guys, I hope you found a lot of value in this August recap. I know we covered a ton of stuff. The main 4 points is last month was a little bit choppy, but we noticed Frontside was really profitable, which means the market's heating up again. So I want to be alert to see how many more Frontsides we can start milking. I beat that $100,000 profit, which is a nice, beautiful milestone. In the end, I think beating the $25,000 goal was the big one, because that was the one that was able to show we were consistently profitable, and everything after that was pretty much just like time, right? As long as we stick with it, we'll make the rest. But that 25K challenge, once we were able to beat that, I think that's where the real credibility came in. Summer months, not so great for my day trading strategy and my style. So maybe next summer I'm going to take off. That's point number 2. Point number 3, profitable patterns, guys. Frontside, that's where my big profits are. If it's a slow market, ranging and backside tend to do better. So just understand what market you're in, or not even just market you're in, but what your current stock is doing, and trade accordingly. And then don't overstay your welcome. That's really important. Running P&L, that was point number 4. That's a big one. Overstaying your welcome. There's no point giving you back your profits, or just overworking, overstressing yourself for not that much more upside. Milk the move, be patient, and then milk the move, and then walk away. That's really, really important. And then that forecasting that we talked about as well was point number 5. All right, guys, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Big video, I know, but really important stats to really just dig through. So I appreciate you sticking till the end. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. It's the easiest way to support the channel. If you're totally new, we would love to have you part of this community, so definitely consider subscribing. Have a great rest of Labor Day weekend, and like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.